So over on Reddit, someone shared this advertisement from the South African Tourist Corporation from, I think, the 70s? What do you think? She could be from any time, but these guys' hairstyles are kind of giving it away. And the way this thing talks about the history of both South Africa and the United States floored me. Steep yourself in a history that's not so different from that of the United States. Oh, you want to play that game? Okay, well, hi, I'm Angela. I have a PhD in history, and I wrote a book on slavery, so let's go. So I was actually in South Africa last month for work, and I got to check out a lot of this very American-flavored history, right? Including the slave lodge in Cape Town, as well as Bokop, the neighborhood where the descendants of the enslaved live now. So let's dive in, shall we? Actually, I'll give you a five-parter, yeah? So last time we spoke about indigeneity, the original Black South Africans, and how they shared so much history with our Native American population. And today we're going to get right into slavery, part 2. So you know that both the United States and South Africa had slavery. And here in the United States, we imported, we trafficked, right? We trafficked West and West Central Africans. You can see that up here. This was part of the larger Atlantic trade system, right? Also sometimes called like the triangular trade in your textbooks. South Africa, however, wasn't part of this triangular trade in the Atlantic. South Africa was connected to the Indian Ocean, so it was part of the Indian Ocean system, a completely different system with very, very similar roots, causes, and legacies. So instead of trafficking people from West Africa, the way enslavers in North America did, right, South Africans, the merchants and the settlers there, they trafficked people from East Africa and from Southeast Asia, right? And these enslaved populations intermarried in South Africa because they had the same types of rights and limitations. And they created this unique racially blended cultural group that self-identifies as colored. So unlike in the United States, where that term is a historic slur against Black people, in South Africa it was both illegal and a cultural designation, and colored people still self-identify that way, right? So South African colored people had fewer rights than whites, but more rights than the indigenous Black people of South Africa. And this, of course, is another similarity between the United States and South Africa, right? The white leaders of both nations understood immediately that categorizing people based on arbitrary racial distinctions is a great way to distract them and keep them fighting over smaller privileges, while the enslaving classes and their descendants gobble up all the big ones. Do you think that's too much for this leaflet? As always, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm over on Blue Sky as well, same username.